All right, everyone, in this month's product review, we are going to take a look at how 17 hats and using automation can help you maximize your efficiency in your business. With CRM and automation and workflows, I know they sound like scary words, but they're not. They're easy and they can make your life easier when it comes to your business. And another thing to consider is when you're thinking about automating tasks, don't believe that it's going to make your business impersonal. It's not. You're still engaging with your clients, you're still working with your clients, but it's like having a dedicated administrative assistant back at the office, if you will, helping ensure that those tasks are moving forward and that things are firing off when they should, to get money to you quicker. And who doesn't want their money quicker? I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. So what I want to do is just show you, because we use 17 hats for our entire business. So this is real workflow that we're using, real automation that we're using. But what I really want to do is drive into the quote process and how we're using automation there to keep the client experience moving forward and ensure that they are, I'm not having to send them email after email reminding them, hey, you remember we want to book together, please give me your money. That's not what we want to do. So from that perspective, we'll talk about weddings, right? And this can apply to weddings, it can family portraits, really whatever part of your business. And you can customize this to work any way you want within your business. So what I'm showing you is just kind of how we use it, right? So the first thing you're going to want to do when you're working with a potential new client is you're going to want to enter their contact information into the system. So here, I'm just using a kind of a sample account. This is Alyssa. She's my kind of studio manager and handles all this stuff. So we're just going to work with her on this, right? So she's contacted me for a wedding. And now what I want to do is, this could have happened over the phone. This could have happened via an email request. This could have happened in a face-to-face meeting, right? So the bottom line is I want to automate what happens next by getting them a quote, getting that contract signed, and then, of course, the invoice that goes with it. So the first thing we want to do here is we're going to come to the contact, and then we're going to click Add. And we are going to add a quote. And so what you're going to see here is from this quote, right, this automated process, what we're going to do is we can control how long is this valid for, right? Sometimes the quote you're putting out for people might expire, or we need that sense of urgency. But let's just say you can leave it blank, so there is no expiration date, or let's just for here pick the 6th. Then I want to apply, make sure sales tax is being applied. And then here we're going to add an invoice component. Okay, of course we want to accept online payments. That's up to you if you don't want to accept those payments. Here we're going to. We're going to add a contract portion of this. Now, this is where things get really, really easy in my opinion. So what we're going to do here for the contract is we've got templates that we've already pre-set up. And so setting up a template for your wedding contract, super easy, but now it's going to show up here, and I'm just going to select wedding contract. And what you're seeing is this entire thing is pre-populated. Well, let's just say for argument's sake, you never created a contract, right, in the system. You would start here if you wanted to, and then all you have to do is click this button down here that says Save as Template, and then the next time you come in, it's automatically there as a template. So you can go in and pre-create those templates so that they're there for you, or you can do it in real time as you're making your first one. So super easy and streamlined process. This is interesting as well. My signature. So we can say no signature required, sign upon creation, or countersign after the client. Now, if you think about it from a contract perspective, the last thing you want to do is sign a contract and commit to something before they've signed it or before they've even paid you any money. So what you want to do here is it's going to be countersign after the client. And that's pre-created in my template so that it's auto-populated that way every time. And then this becomes kind of their contract. All the terms and conditions are listed here, right? That's not what this is about, so, right, whatever your contract says. Okay, so now, right, we've got the title, contract, the signature, the template. Now I'm just going to hit save, right? Super easy so far. And what we're doing is automating this task at this point. Well, okay, now we want to give them a quote. And so we have a choice here, down here, to create a quote. We can say standard quote item. No choices for the client, right? So we're just sending it, here's all it is. So what if it's like a family session or a high school senior session? That's a standard quote, right? It's just, there's no options. You're not choosing, here's what our session fee is, or here's what the entire, shoot is going to cost you. That's it. Okay, well, from a wedding, we want to give them the option to choose any, right? So that's what we're going to go with here. So I'm just going to say choose any option. And here we have created our own packages that are in the system. So all you do here is you just go, okay, and I created some samples here. Package number 1. And what you're going to see here is everything is pre-populating, okay? Quantity of 1, the price. Now for me, I'm going to add my most expensive package first. And I love this feature, by the way. Make this item selected by default. Well, why? Because I want them to select my top package by default. So I'm putting my top package in first, and then I'm going to hit save. And what you're going to see down here is that package is being built right down at the bottom, right, or for this quote. So let's keep building this out. So package 1, right? Now we're going to do package 2. And these are just generic names that I've created, right? You're going to add your black label collection, your gold collection, and these are going to be in the system, right? And allow you to just select that and add. And you're seeing how easy this is, right? I'm talking through it, but it's really, really easy for you to do. So now let's add this again, right? So now there's package 2. And I'm going to add my third package. Bear with me because then I'm going to show you something that's, I think, a really cool feature, package 3, and just sample things that are included in it. Okay, so now I've created my 3 packages, but what if I want there to be some add-on items, right? I want to make more money with my client. And let me add it, and then it'll make a little bit more sense. So if we say choose any item here, let's say extra hours of coverage. So we want the client to be able to add extra hours of coverage to their day. Now apply this to your business. This could be tied to, senior portrait sessions, family portrait sessions. They're adding more coverage. They're adding more prints. However you decide to structure your business. Well, for me in my weddings, it's about adding extra time. But right, for hours of coverage, I want the client to be able to add more quantity. So I'm going to say I'm going to give them the ability to add 1 to 5 hours of time at $500 per. Okay. Now I add that, and that's showing up there for extra time on the wedding day. What if I want to add, let's just say, a bridal session? Maybe some of our packages don't come with a bridal session, so I want them to be able to add that. Well, they're only going to add 1 bridal session, right? They can't add 5 bridal sessions, so there's no reason to add the quantity. Okay, so now just in this simple step process, we've created an invoice, the contract. Now remember, we had to create the contract the very first time as a template, but it's super easy. I mean, it's literally copying and pasting your contract from today with some tweaks to it. This is not complicated. And so what's going to happen here is now I like everything. Okay, I'm going to save this. So now I get to see everything and review it before it goes out to my clients. All right, so I like the way this looks. I can obviously go back. I can edit this and tweak it as needed. Well, okay, quote's ready to send. We're going to send that quote to the client. And here, once again, everything is very simple. I have the ability, her email's already pre-populated, but we created a template, and we call it the wedding contract send. That's going to populate the subject line, populate the body, and attach our pricing to this email. Obviously, right, I can come in here and just start typing and tweak this to customize it per the client. Hey guys, had a great conversation with you. Look forward to working with you, right? So it's not just so generic. Hey guys, had a great time. Learn how to spell. Time talking to you about your day. Can't wait to work together. Okay, so just things like that. I can tweak this, and now I'm going to send this to my client, and the automation part of this begins. Now I go off, I shoot, and I do whatever else I got to do, and I'm getting notifications on my phone when they sign it. All those things become very automated, and I'm hoping you agree. This is really, really simple to do. It's just changing the way you think about your business and not getting so overwhelmed by the word automation. It's going to make you more efficient, and it's going to help you get your money that much faster. So we're going to hit send, and we'll take a look at what happens next. All right, so now the quote's been sent to the client, and what I do is I have a copy of the screenshot here, copy of the email. Here's what the client would receive on their end, right? And it's just like I did. I customized that email. Hey guys, had a great time talking to you about your day. Can't wait to work together, review and accept the quote. When they click on that, right, they can open up the pricing. When they click on that, that's going to take them to their quote. And so this is just like we saw. They can print that quote. They can make adjustments to it, select different packages. If they want to pay me for multiple packages. I'll go with that. Add an extra hour of coverage. Let's add 2. Everything's updating automatically. Now they can accept that quote. Okay, and here's where the automation part is coming in. So now they've accepted the quote. They've got to sign that contract. So they just click and they see now the contract, and they can go back and forth. Notice the invoice isn't there yet because they haven't signed the contract. Right, so for here, I'm just going to fill this in, TBD. Right, ceremony location, reception location details. Right, this is everything we need to do their wedding packages. Now, this is our contract in terms of and conditions. Here's a couple of things that are important. They still can't move forward, okay, to signing this contract, right? It's grayed out. And the reason is because they have to agree through their initials, all right, that that they, in this particular one, that non-refundable deposit, okay? So we're going to put the initials there. Very important that they initial that. Also, because we offer video production, we're forcing them to acknowledge that video can take, 10 to 12 months post-wedding. I have a lot of clients who, now we don't take 10 to 12 months, but it's a buffer there in case I'm in busy season, something like that. You'll have to apply it to your own business. But this is there really to cover our ass, so to speak, because a lot of times clients, they see their images, their actual photography 2 weeks after their wedding, and then they expect their video to be done in 2 weeks. Well, we're not producing a 15-minute film for them in 2 weeks. It's just not possible to go through all that video and edit it. All right, it just works differently. So this forces them to acknowledge it and have a conversation about it. All right, so next, right, they're going to sign this, and they're going to hit sign the contract. Okay, obviously they can't countersign for me. Next, they're going to view that invoice, and now they can pay that invoice and I can get my money, right? And so this part can be set up a multitude of ways as well. We can set up a payment schedule for them, right? They can enter in their credit card. They can pay the full amount. They can select other. But we can also select that the deposit is due as their first payment. And we can say $1,000 deposit is the first amount due here, right? And so these are the kind of things that make it really easy for you to get your money. We can set up a payment schedule for them. Reminders can go out for them, making it really easy for you to get your money and get paid. And this is just one example of how we use automation within our business to make things much, much easier on us and on our clients. And this doesn't take away from the client experience. In fact, it makes it much more organized, much more streamlined. So give these guys a try, 17hats.com. Just start playing around with it. Don't get overwhelmed with it. There's a lot of help and how-to articles out there. And it's just one of those things that this has changed the way we run our business. It's allowed me to have that kind of big business feel without having to add all these resources on the back end. And that's what most of us need. We're small business owners. We're not always organized as creatives. So anything we can do to help stay organized and keep our clients moving forward through the process is definitely going to be beneficial. So hope you enjoy. Remember, check them out, 17hats.com.